sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you are. Okay, so welcome everybody. All right, I know some of you are brand new, so let me kind of give you a quick heads up what these calls normally are. Some of you guys have been around for a little bit, and so you'll understand from time to time I kind of edit, diverge, and we do different stuff. So today, what I would like to do, normally these calls are, motivation. We go over, what we need to do to change. We go over skill sets. We talk about marketing. We talk about all sorts of different things. I am looking to personally, I'm trying to get at least two different guests on this month. One is a social media, more Instagram expert, and then there's a couple of others. One I want to try and get on that is big on helping not just what you do inside of groups, but if you're looking to maybe build out your own group, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Now, some of the stuff that I go over, the extra marketing things, you don't ever have to do. I want to be real clear about that to all of you. Some of you guys know that, some don't. I'm just providing extra support. So we're looking to do that. Maybe email marketing, but I also want to, because we're just a couple of days away, these calls, and I know some of you guys are brand new and going, why am I on here right now? There is purpose and training behind all of them. And part of what we do, we've got one thing that I have is a Skype channel, a Skype group that a lot of you are already a part of. And if you are, that's great. And if not, you can become a part of it. It's really geared towards personal development, but I do a 30-day rolling challenge. And so what I'm looking for today, I need some feedback from you guys. So either in the chat or raise your hand and ask, but what I'd like to kind of go over some ideas for content that you guys want to see me cover in about anything on these calls throughout the month. What some ideas for 30-day challenge. I've got a couple of things, but I'd like to kind of get some feedback from you guys as well, what you'd like to see be a part of that, whether it's, a health challenge, a content challenge, a daily video challenge, a book challenge. I mean, all sorts of different things. But I want to get some feedback from you guys because Monday really kicks off the new month for us. Friday, I'm going to be doing a call, but it'll probably be brief because I'm going to be at skydiving. So some of you guys know that, some don't. But so I need your guys' help. So I either raise a hand, drop it into the chat. I'm looking for content, things that you guys would like to learn about. And it could be about motivation, it could be about success, it could be about, habits, anything and everything pretty much. It doesn't guarantee I'm going to cover it, but I'd like some feedback. Sue from Arizona, because we've got a couple of Sues on.
I remember you were saying...
I'd like to hear about, when you get distracted and off track, how hard it is to get back on track and recoup some of the money that you spent when you were distracted.
Okay. Distraction versus focus. How to do that. Okay. What else? Sama, you were...
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to say, remember you were going to go over some posts to see how they're posting. Can you cover that? Thank you.
Cover some posts. I am going to do probably a couple of trainings at least on Instagram. So that'll be one. Copywriting. Okay. Time management. So that one will do personal and then also do time management for this business specifically. Does that sound all right, Sherman?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. What else, guys? Talk to me. And if you have an idea for the challenge, this is where, and I know some of you guys are brand new and you're just kind of wondering what the hell's going on, and that's okay. Just here's where normally I promise there's, I've got slides, I got other stuff. Drake, you got a hand up? Is that what that is?
Yeah, maybe something along the lines of like how to go about not even self-promotion, but just promoting your product. I've always been kind of like uneasy about promoting things on social media.
Okay.
But trying to learn that that's okay whenever you do have a good product to offer. So maybe something along the lines of that.
Okay.
Along with that idea, also good ideas about engagement.
Increasing engagement. Engagement. Someone wants some case studies. I saw. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have Darren or Blake come on and we can do that. David, blood analysis, fatigue, energy, sleep. Okay. And if some of you guys are going, we're in blood analysis, fatigue, and energy. What are you talking about? I've had doctors on. I've had a friend that is a specialist there. I studied some of that stuff for a while. So really, your overall health is important. And I think what I'll do with that, because we have a handful of trainers and nutritionists and we have some doctors as well. So I'll get some feedback from you guys as we do that. So case I use fatigue, sleep, sales challenge or ClickFunnels sign up challenge. So I can do a content challenge, a sales challenge, and then you generating sales would be derived from that. I'm not going to do a ClickFunnels sign up challenge, right? That's not really, I mean, ClickFunnels is something you can absolutely sell as an affiliate. You can get set up there, but I'm not going to teach you guys how to push someone else's product when you want to start with the main one, because that's what feeds into that one, if that makes sense. I think that's Brandy that's doing that. Okay. So Fiverr. And so Fiverr could be Fiverr, VAs, outsourcing, all that kind of thing, right? Ad campaigns. So creating some campaigns. All right. What else?
I have a question. Sure. I've got my graphics. I need to know, my funnel goes here. What is my funnel? Is that my domain?
No, your funnel's the funnel that you've got it customized through Accelerator. You and I, let's schedule a time, Shirley, for you and I to talk.
Yes, please.
That's a little bit more. That's not really for here. I can't really get into.
Okay.
Be able to answer that stuff. So we'll
don't forget me. Let's schedule a time. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. What else, people? Talk to me. I can't talk about, so Brandy, you're talking about ClickFunnels. I can't talk about setting you, because some of you guys are going after affiliate marketers or digital marketers. We can talk about just building out a brand that encompasses those things so that you can offer other products. Would that be helpful for some of you guys? Okay. All right. So maybe part of that goes back to what Drake was talking about with promoting and how to do that. So what else? What would you guys like to see as a challenge? Health, reading, growth, back to affirmations. What do you think? Content challenge. This is where you participate. Niche. Niche is you decide on a niche and you run with it, David. That's just, you make the decision and go. If you watch the training I've done with Darren, if you watch the training I've done with Blake, pick it and roll with it. Just make it happen. So
I think reading would be awesome because we have a lot of good books to read in this program.
Okay. So we can do some reading. Nancy's saying affirmations. I can up what I'm doing inside the group with the affirmations.
Posting.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe various strategies for getting more clients, like maybe different revenue streams for, like through social media, through networking, and there's a whole bunch of there's probably a dozen different ways you can get more clients, and social media is one of them, but maybe talk about other ones.
Like other social media platforms or through building relationships, or what do you mean?
Like referrals, like joining network clubs, getting referrals from other people, and maybe speaking. There's lots of different ways to get clients.
Right. So joint ventures and other ways of promotion and building relationships
different ways of promoting yourself.
Eric, the question. All right. So we'll talk about different types of promotion there. So BNI speaking, etc. The question of what's been the most successful it's kind of a moot point, because we've had people be successful in dozens and dozens of different niches. We have people that are successful on Facebook. We have people that are successful on YouTube. We have people that are successful on TikTok. So there you go. Kevin, you had a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering, is the idea of a challenge to like have a winner, or is it just something?
Not necessarily. It's for you to challenge yourself. is what we're looking at. And so like the Skype group it's a 30-day challenge group. So it started as an affirmations challenge. So people joined. So just to kind of push themselves, we're looking at changing the way that you think, the way that you act. And so what you're doing each and every day. And so I was providing affirmations pretty much daily. I have a couple that are recorded that you can listen to on your own, others that you can vocalize. I have a script on how you can create some. So that's kind of what we did. And I can come back to that. So Nancy, we can kind of include that daily. I can continue to post in there while we do one of these other challenges, right? So ultimately still building that foundation. This month, July, the challenge was to go out and do something on a bucket list, whether it's large or small, but something that kind of changes your perspective and helps you experience something new in life. That's why I'm wrapping up the month doing the skydiving. That's why I went after and was able to get, the speaker that we had on last Friday. We got the author on. That's why some people have done different things. So it's just about challenging yourself is what these challenges are about. So we're looking for a 30-day challenge that we can kind of build on that. So, all right, let me get here. Finding others to assist and how to figure out how and what to pay them for their services. Okay. So outsourcing and mentorship is kind of what that goes back to. Books written on this, but habits of highly successful people, successful habits. Okay. Because there's a number of them. And we could do Stephen R. Covey. We could do Brendon Burchard's high performance habits. There's another of them. Finding the audience and customizing. Algorithms, ad pivot, boosting, etc. Okay, so we kind of talked about that. Can I go over LinkedIn again? Yes. Drake, you got a hand up again, or is that the same one?
Yeah, I have a hand up again. Maybe creating your like weekly schedule or something like that, where you're blocking off actual time, or whether it be work, your fitness, your family, and sticking to that for however long we decide, in the challenge.
As a challenge, look at timing and kind of taking control of your days. What do you guys think about that? Something like that for a challenge? And so everyone's checking in, like my day was, I was this. Now with this, and this will absolutely be part of the challenge, but I'm going to seed this now. It's not just, I didn't stick to it. We're going to list the things that were on our schedule that we accomplished, right? We're going after that. So we're focusing on the positive side of that. That'll help you throughout the month get better at more of the positive, as opposed to, and I'm saying this because we're going to have some people that hop in and go, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do this. I didn't do that, but I'm going to do this tomorrow. There's always something that you did that was good. Post that. I was able to do this today. And even if it's the one thing, you post that. So tomorrow the goal is to do 2 or whatever, to do that one thing multiple times. So I like that as a challenge. So that'll be,
I think that's a good idea.
Does it make sense, Andrew, to combine that with others? Like I saw one about like doing daily routines or daily goals or how to post sort of things. So does it actually make sense to maybe create a week worth of, let's say, the different types of posting that is instructed to do through, let's say, the traffic explosion masterclass or whatever,
like a content calendar kind of thing.
Yeah. So like maybe use Trello or whatever, in order to organize your week and say, okay, these are target things that we all try to hit in that 1 week, so that,
okay.
And I'm saying that as maybe, I know people are doing different things, but as a core, we're all kind of doing the same process as well. So does it make sense to set a standard almost that everybody can try to achieve?
Right. Okay. So essentially a challenge built around productivity and time management, right? Because our goal with this is to become more productive with the time that we have. And so I'm going to explain kind of what I'm thinking, what I'm imagining. If you guys like this, then what we'll do over the next couple of days, we'll lay out the parameters and I'll discuss all of that. So if we go along these lines, then it'll be along the lines of time management and personal control here. And so certain aspects are going to be morning or daily routine. Some of it will be health oriented, making sure that you're doing what you need to personally. Some of it will be content, right? And what I'll do is generalizations for Facebook, Instagram, and I'm not going to do LinkedIn. We're going to stick with those. If you want to do just one, that's fine. If you want to do more and do both, that's okay. And I'm going to give you baselines, but you can create more. We'll be able to create more on top of it. And then we'll have a daily kind of check-in. I did, or I accomplished XYZ. And if you have those days where you did more, you can do that little bit. Now, what I'll do is I'll put this together in a way that really, if you want to take your content to the next level, share this with your audience, even if you don't have the audience yet and you're trying to build it, because it will be all about consistency. So every single day, or at least 5 days a week for the next month, you're going to be on your page doing something, and hopefully inside some groups doing something. Physically, you're going to start to take back the reins of health, and we're going to kind of work in that direction. So it's going to be about accountability, but geared around, kind of taking control back of your time. Please understand that doing this isn't so that you can triple the amount of work you do. All of a sudden you got more time because you're a little organized. Don't add 50 things to, hey, all of a sudden I got more time. I'm going to tackle another 12 projects. And I've talked about this before with time management. What happens a lot of times, guys, is we start to do things a little more efficiently, and then we pile more crap onto our plate, and then we're overwhelmed again. So the goal would be to make this kind of work like that.
Interject here just for a second, Andrew.
Absolutely.
So what I would say is this kind of goes in line with things that kind of work well together. There's the three skills that work well together. One is prioritizing what you need to do. Like it gets into goals, basically knowing your goals, knowing what you're trying to accomplish, and prioritizing the things you need to accomplish those. And then organizing yourself. You're talking about organizing.
Right.
And that can include time management. And then disciplining yourself. So basically, before you can do any of the other things, you need to prioritize what it is you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Because there's no point organizing if you don't really understand what your priorities are.
Yeah. Motivation without the discipline and prioritization just leads to frustration. So throughout the month, that's going to be kind of the theme, the training. So we'll talk about content because you want your content to be more effective. We're going to talk about health because you want to find what you need to do there. We're going to talk about discipline. I just got done ordering a shirt, the discipline equals, or it just says discipline. I can't remember, but like right before we got on. So that's going to be kind of the theme for the month. Is everybody cool with that? Right now, also, absolutely setting up a business profile, how to build it after setup. So there's training inside the partner program on that, but I can absolutely do that on Facebook as well.
And also when we are talking about your health, I don't know if you guys are following the Olympics, but be sure we've got our mental health as well as our physical health.
Yeah, that's absolutely something I talk about all the time, guys. So here's something to kind of kick this off. So some of you guys are brand new, but other people have been around for a while. Is everybody on board with that kind of the idea as the challenge and theme of August? I say the theme of my birthday month, 25th. But that's going to be kind of the plan. Everybody cool with that idea, though? All right. If there is other content,
was that a hint there?
I don't know it might have been a glitch in the system, something with the audio.
I'll send you a Christmas card, Andrew.
There you go. I'll have the address for you guys tomorrow with that. Okay. Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Okay.
But we should all get together and send him a shock and awe package.
I think after a little bit, like let's get him a couple of Christmas cards and then do something, in a couple of months. But okay. So let me wrap this up by Greg McKeown, you said. Okay. So here's kind of how this is going, guys. If you are not currently, a lot of you guys have this handy real easy. Can someone grab the link for the Skype chat group and drop it in there? And drop it into the chat. Ernie's sending me a bottle for my first drink. If you guys want to send a drink, that's fine. I'll give it to my girl. I don't drink, just as an FYI for everybody. I've never had alcohol in my life. I'm not starting now. It would be, and I've talked about this before. Part of the reason we do this, guys, is because I share my journey as an entrepreneur. I share all the ups and downs that I've been through, people that I've coached, people that I've worked with, mentors and others. And going through this journey, I ran a successful restoration and construction company and then started over from scratch. But I've also recognized in my life, and a lot of entrepreneurs have a level of ADHD or addictive personalities. Right. And even if the addiction is geared towards something positive like fitness or your work, you're a workaholic. I recognize I absolutely have that in me. And I'm very grateful, lucky that, when I went through everything, I didn't start drinking because it would have been a slippery slope.
Well, I relegated myself to Budweiser Zero.
All right. So if you guys haven't joined the group yet, there is the link. It's in the chat. So click that. You can join. If you need the link at any other time, you can get it from your accountability reps. Inside that group, what I'm going to do over the next couple of days is kind of build up and prep everybody. We'll do that on Thursdays and a little bit Friday's call. I'll also record something over the weekend and give it to you. We will officially kick it off. Officially is going to be Monday, even though that's the 2nd, is when we'll kick off the challenge. If you want to start ahead of time, I'll give you what you need to in order to do that. There will be content throughout the month on some of these books, on content, on social media, prioritizing goals, all this different kind of stuff. I think just about all of it fits pretty well with kind of bringing in personal discipline. Everybody cool with that? So if you haven't joined the Skype group, it's right there. It's free. If you've got questions, you can message me on Skype as well. Some of you have. So that's great. And we'll do that. So just I've got a goal this year still. I want to try and bring in a couple of other authors that I've kind of targeted. 2 of them are authors from some of the books that I recommend, the 5 main books I recommend. I'm going after 2 of them. The 2, at least, that I think I'm more likely to be able to get. But yeah, anybody else, any thoughts on what we're talking about? Is everything clear? Everything good? If you have anything to add to what we're looking at for the challenge for August, please message me privately. Let's not fill up the group with all that stuff just yet, but plan on bettering your time management, becoming more disciplined, and working on some of these things, not just personally, but with your business, to become more efficient throughout the month of August. Let's turn all of us into, just a machine that lifts that level of intensity and discipline and focus and everything in your lives.
Man, not to look too far ahead, but with this, I'm so excited for the momentum for afterwards that it's going to build.
Maintain it. And that's the key with all of this. It's like why we're going to do the affirmations. I'm going to keep putting more of them in that chat because I know a lot of you are still doing them. Some of you are now doing this every single day. Some of you are reading for the first time every day. And props to Seema and everyone and Curtis and Mike D and a couple of others that are consistently posting. Guys, do that, and I'll start sharing a little bit more in there again, but keep doing it. You build momentum with movement. And some of you guys may be on here kind of shaking your head going, I don't really need any of this. I'm just going to concentrate on my funnel. And that's cool.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
On the joinskype.com, what is the 2 letters right before the D?
Just if you click on the link, it'll take you straight to Skype. But okay. I'll email you the link as well. It's RJ is before the D, but I'll email you the link so you can just click on it.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.
All right, guys. Appreciate you. We'll be on tomorrow. We'll get this set up. We'll get you rocking. Have a great day. Sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you are.